Hello everyone, I am Andrea.
I'm Carolina, and today we are going to explain you about listening section in the TOEFL IBT test.
The second section on the TOEFL IBT test is the listening section. This section consists of 6 passages followed by 5 or 6 questions. The most important tip for this part is to take notes correctly while you are listening the passages. The first listening skill is understand the gist. Are questions that ask you about the overall ideas of a passage as a whole. They may ask about the subject, topic, or main idea of the passage. Also, those ask you the overall purpose the passage serves. Strategies to answer these questions. The first one is to pay attention to the beginning of the conversation. Also, adjust your initial idea based on what you hear. Finally, listen to any particular words that the speaker stresses. Here we have an example. Why does the student visit her professor? The following type of listening question is the detailed questions. The detailed questions ask you about the specific pieces of information that are stated in the passage. Strategies to answer detailed questions. You have to listen for details that are discussed or think about different ways to restate the details. How to identify the question. You will find questions like, what is stated in the passage about? What is indicated in the passage about? Or what does the professor say about? Here we have an example. What type of job does the man want? The next question is pragmatic understanding. These pragmatic understanding questions ask about the more subtle understanding of spoken English, the main ideas and details, test the function or purpose of the speaker's words, a speaker's stance or attitude toward a particular subject. Here we have understand the function question. In this part of the test, you will have questions that you have to answer about the function or purpose, what and why a speaker said something, clarify a point, change a topic or opinion, and what is said in a particular context. How to identify the question. Listen again to part of the passage. What does the speaker say this? What does the speaker mean? What does the speaker imply? Here we have an example. What does the woman like her class with Professor Han?
Another type of question is stance questions. This type of question asks about the speaker's stance or attitude. The speakers may express likes, dislikes, or concerns. You have to take into account that the speakers will not directly state the answer to these questions. You will have to infer the speaker's attitude from their tone of voice, choice of words, and the context of the conversation or lecture. To answer these questions, you have to listen for tone of voice and word choice. If a part of the passage is repeated, pay carefully attention to it. Also, you have to form an idea about how the speaker feels based on the tone of voice, word choice, and context. You can recognize stance questions because they include phrases like, what does the speaker mean? What can be inferred about the speaker? What is the speaker attitude? Now, let's look at sample stance questions. What attitude does the professor express when he says this? Other type is organization questions. This type of questions ask about how the ideas in the passage are organized or how they relate to the main topic or each other. They may ask specifically about how an example or idea relates to the main topic or other ideas. It's important to understand that this type of questions is based on an understanding of the main points and how they are organized rather than a single point. To answer this type of questions, you have to listen to the details and examples, and think about why they are discussed in relation to the overall passage. Also, you have to look for organization of ideas such as comparison or contrast, cause, and effect. You can recognize organization questions because they often include phrases such as why do the speakers discuss or mention? How is the information organized? What is explained by the example of? Here's an example of organization question. Why is the professor mentioned a smeared bit of paint in a doorway in the moonstone? Finally, we have relationship questions. This type of question asks you to recognize how different ideas or pieces of information in the passage are related. You may, for example, be asked to draw a conclusion, predict an outcome, make an inference, recognize a sequence, or determine the cause for a certain effect. Some strategies to answer relationship questions are: listen to how the different ideas in the passage are related, listen to how the speakers react to each other's ideas, and draw a conclusion about the speaker's meaning. You can recognize relationship questions because they include phrases like, what will the speaker probably do next? What does the speaker imply? What can be inferred? Here's an example of relationship question. What is implied about the math placement test? That's the end of the video. Don't forget to apply the strategies that you have learned and you will be okay in the test. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye. Bye.